My dear child, I invite you now to draw near and listen to the gentle whisper of my voice, reminding you that I am always by your side and never withdraw my presence. I see how life sometimes pulls you in many directions, creating a swirl of questions and longings in your heart. Yet I assure you that I know exactly where you stand. I call you to rest in my love, to sense the care that cradles you in every moment, and to open your spirit to the promises I have woven through the tapestry of ages, through joy and through sorrow, through triumph and tribulation. I remain steadfast, whispering hope and gently nudging you forward. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I breathe delight over you, for you are a precious gem, reflecting the radiance I placed within you from the beginning. Think of how a single spark can brighten a dark place. Likewise, your presence illuminates the spaces around you with a warmth that blesses every soul you touch. Though you may doubt your significance or question your role, I proclaim that your gifts are irreplaceable in the design I am unfolding. Let no voice tell you otherwise, for I have shaped you uniquely, assigning you purpose that no one else can fulfill. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. I know the silent tears that sometimes well up, the unspoken fears that threaten to overshadow your hopes. When others see a calm exterior, I see the hidden storms swirling in your mind. Yet even in the darkest nights, my light penetrates the shadows, assuring you that no sorrow is overlooked, no cry ignored. Think of the psalmist who poured out his soul to me, trusting my unfailing compassion. So, bring your burdens to me without hesitation, for I gather every tear as a prized testament of your honest longing. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I understand the weight you carry when future possibilities loom, uncertain and vast. Perhaps you feel that you walk on shifting sands, not knowing if the next step is stable. Yet recall how I led my people through the wilderness with a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night, never letting them wander alone. Likewise, I guide you now, offering the steadying assurance that my hand paves the way. Do not fear that your efforts will be in vain, for I can grow mighty oaks from the smallest seeds of faith. I watch over you in every breath. I am your shield, the guardian who covers you with the strength of divine love whenever adversity arises. When you face battles that threaten your peace, let your heart remain still, trusting that I am fighting on your behalf. My might surpasses all earthly powers, and my knowledge spans all hidden corners of existence. Just as I parted the sea for Moses, so too will I make a path in the wilderness of your struggles, ensuring you discover hope where others see only desolation. You are never alone. I am holding you in my grace. I call you to prayer. Not as a token ritual, but as a living conversation where we exchange the deepest aspirations of your soul. You need not craft elaborate phrases or hide your uncertainties. Simply open your heart and speak with honest vulnerability. I always listen, cherishing each word as a precious gift. Remember that my spirit interprets even your silent groans, translating them into fervent petitions that reach my throne. In that sacred exchange, burdens become lighter, anxiety yields to peace, and your soul finds true rest in my unwavering presence. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Look toward the future with a heart full of expectancy, because I am paving a radiant path for you, one that glimmers with blessings yet to be revealed. When doubts whisper that your best days have slipped away, Recall my power to do a new thing, Isaiah 43:19, transforming deserts into lush gardens of possibility. Think of how I brought water from a rock for my children in the wilderness, or multiplied bread for multitudes in the gospel accounts. These are not mere stories of the past. They are mirrors of my capability to birth miracles in your present journey. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. You hold a distinct purpose that resonates in the grand symphony of my kingdom. No matter how ordinary your daily tasks may appear, every moment you share compassion, every time you lift a hurting soul, you reflect my heart. There is no calling too humble, no assignment too small, for I weave them all into a tapestry of redemption that outshines any earthly masterpiece. Do not compare your steps to those of others. I have carved out a unique path for you alone. Trust that each day's labor builds upon the last, revealing my glory in due season. I watch over you in every breath. Come boldly before me, especially when the accuser's voice tries to convince you of unworthiness or hopelessness. Remember that I do not see you through the lens of past mistakes. My mercy covers you. The cross stands as a testament that no condemnation can cling to you when you abide in my forgiving grace. Let these truths anchor your soul when storms of guilt or shame threaten to overwhelm. My love is a strong tower. Run into it and find shelter that no criticism can breach. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I rejoice in your moments of triumph, your laughter, and your expressions of gratitude. Likewise, I weep with you in your heartbreak and cradle you in your loneliness. My closeness is not a distant theology, but a tangible reality that saturates your every breath. Even when you feel deserted, I stand by you, whispering comfort and hope into the ear of your spirit. Reflect on how I walked in the cool of the day with Adam, how I guided Abraham with a promise, or how I stood with Daniel in the lion's den, so too do I accompany you. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Be still for a moment, and let the hush of my presence fill your senses. The world shouts its demands and fosters restlessness, but I bid you step into my calm, where your soul can exhale its burdens. In these quiet places, you discover that I am God. Psalm 46:10, the one who upholds everything with the word of my power. Let your anxieties loosen their grip, trusting that I orchestrate all things for good, weaving details into an intricate plan that you may not fully see but can fully trust. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. You are the apple of my eye, fashioned by my hand with deliberate care, and no aspect of your being escapes my notice. Do not second-guess your identity, for I formed you with intention, placing within you the seeds of talents, dreams, and love that can flourish when nurtured by my presence. Remind yourself each morning, I am not a mistake. I am a child of the Almighty. Just as a shepherd intimately knows each sheep, calling them by name, so I know you, calling you for a divine purpose. I watch over you in every breath. Allow your heart to be open to the possibility of miracles, for I am the God who parted seas, who made the sun stand still, and who raised the dead. If I could form the stars and galaxies by speaking them into existence, then your challenges are by no means beyond my capacity. Thus, never doubt that your situation, no matter how entangled, can experience my intervention. In your faith, even if small like a mustard seed, I see the potential for mountains to be moved, breakthroughs to occur, and strongholds to crumble. You are never alone. I am holding you in my grace. Challenges come and go, but my word remains unshaken like a rock that stands firm against the relentless tide. When confusion or fear arises, dive into Scripture, letting my promises saturate your mind. There you will find testimonies of those who overcame adversity by placing their hope in me, Joseph, thriving after betrayal, Esther rescuing a nation, and the early disciples turning the world upside down with the good news. Each story confirms that I do not abandon my people, and I will not abandon you. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Radiate the love I have poured into you. For the world yearns for compassion, and you are my vessel. Even the simplest act of kindness, done in my name, echoes with eternal significance, touching hearts far more deeply than you realize. Offer your gentle words, your thoughtful prayers, or your patient listening ears, and watch how seeds of warmth grow in the hearts of those who cross your path. This is how you shine my glory, not with self-serving ambition, but with the humility that recognizes all grace comes from me. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. At times, the journey of faith may feel like crossing a desert, with thirst for clarity that does not come as quickly as you desire. Yet, recall that I rained manna and water upon my people in the wilderness, ensuring they never truly lacked what they needed. So, do not fear the dryness, for in that place I refine your trust and teach you that my supply is not limited by circumstance. As you continue forward, you will see springs appear in the desert of uncertainty, revealing that my wellsprings of provision are inexhaustible. I watch over you in every breath. Do not measure your spiritual progress by the yardsticks of this world. My ways are higher, my perspective broader. Others may judge success by external achievements, but I weigh the sincerity of your heart. The widow's 2 copper coins had more value to me than the lavish gifts of the wealthy, because her offering flowed from pure devotion. Therefore, keep your focus on pleasing me, not on pleasing the whims of a crowd, and you will find a deep sense of fulfillment that surpasses fleeting applause. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Sometimes, you might wrestle with the baggage of past regrets, replaying the decisions or mistakes that weigh heavily on your conscience. My dear one, I am the God who makes all things new, and my forgiveness is not half-hearted. It is total, washing away the stains of yesterday's missteps. Let go of the guilt that tries to bind you, for I have thrown your transgressions into the depths of the sea, never to dredge them up again. Walk forward in the liberty that my grace secures, trusting that your future is not dictated by your past. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I invite you to cultivate a thankful spirit each day, for gratitude transforms even the grayest dawns into opportunities for wonder. When you offer praise for small mercies, a warm meal, a kindly gesture, a fleeting moment of laughter, you open your eyes to the unending blessings I pour forth. Gratitude also unlocks deeper contentment, guarding your heart against envy or bitterness. This simple act of counting your blessings aligns you with the psalmists who, despite trials, declared my loving kindness day and night, exclaiming, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good." Psalm 136:1. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Bring your plans to me in prayer, realizing that my wisdom can refine and shape them into something far greater than you initially imagined. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is my counsel that stands firm, Proverbs 19:21. So do not fear the unpredictability of your path. Instead, Rejoice that my vision encompasses all outcomes, ensuring your efforts align with a plan that fosters both personal growth and a wider blessing. Faith is not about having it all figured out. It is about trusting the one who does. I watch over you in every breath. I place in your hands a key called forgiveness, which has the power to unlock chains that hold you and others captive. When you forgive, you reflect my own heart. For have I not forgiven you countless times? Forgiveness does not trivialize the hurt nor deny the injustice, but it releases you from bitterness and allows my healing to flow unimpeded. Embrace this key. Free yourself from the dungeon of resentment and watch how your soul breathes again with the fresh air of my grace. You are never alone. I am holding you in my grace. Open your eyes to the glimpses of my kingdom that appear in everyday life. A child's laughter, the sunrise's brilliance, a random act of kindness from a stranger. These are signs that my presence interweaves with your reality, testifying that heaven and earth are not so distant after all. Through these glimpses, I remind you that my goodness permeates all creation, a melody that resonates beneath the world's clamors. By staying attentive to these subtle wonders, you cultivate a heart tuned to the harmony of my love, which can mend the harshest dissonances in your life. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. In your darkest hour, hold tight to the truth that darkness cannot overshadow my light. The Gospel of John proclaims, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." John 1:5. Indeed, my light pierces every gloom, brightening corners of despair and revealing pathways you thought were blocked. Let my word be the lamp to your feet, guiding you step by step, so you do not stumble. Even if your eyes see only the next tiny portion of the journey, trust that the entire road is held securely in my plan. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Each season you endure, be it blossoming spring, scorching summer, reflective autumn, or dormant winter, has a purpose within my grand design. In the winter, roots grow deeper, preparing for future fruitfulness. In the summer, blossoms unfold in full glory, manifesting the fruit of steadfast care. Do not rush or resent the season you are in. Glean its lessons. Allow your faith to mature and anticipate the new wonders I will reveal when the time for transition comes. Like a skilled gardener, I prune and nourish you, ensuring you bear fruit in your due season. I watch over you in every breath. Call to me when temptation swirls or when sorrow grips your spirit, and I will answer you, as I promised in Jeremiah 33:3. My arms are wide, my ears ever open, and my readiness to intervene never wanes. Even if your voice quivers or you do not know the exact words, the sincerity of your heart matters most. Resist the lie that you must solve everything alone. I am the God who parted rivers, subdued giants, and conquered death. None of your challenges outmatch my capacity to deliver you. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Remember that the cross was not an end, but a gateway to resurrection and renewed life, illustrating that no pit is so deep that my redemption cannot reach. My son's sacrifice stands as the ultimate testament of love, declaring that my heart is for you, never against you. Therefore, approach every setback with the knowledge that I orchestrate comebacks beyond what you can imagine. Let the cross remind you daily that love triumphs over hatred, light shatters darkness, and my grace outweighs every condemnation. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I provide not only enough for your survival, but for your flourishing. Though at times my provision may come in ways that defy human logic. Recall the ravens that fed Elijah or the fish that carried the coin for taxes. I am the master of creative solutions. Thus, do not fret if your own ideas run dry. Look to me, and I will supply fresh insight, resources, or open doors. My reservoir never empties, and my generosity extends to every facet of your life, including finances, relationships, and spiritual well-being. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Enough with the illusion that you must earn my love through perfection or performance. My love for you is unconditional, poured out from the moment you came into existence, unwavering despite your flaws or achievements. Cease striving to measure up to an imaginary standard. Come as you are, trusting that my affection is not for sale. Let your soul exhale the tension of incessant self-critique, resting in the arms of acceptance I offer. By embracing this truth, you unlock the joy of living freely under my grace. I watch over you in every breath. Dear child, I sense your yearning to understand your divine calling, that unique assignment for which I fashioned you. Believe that I have not overlooked your potential, nor have I wasted the experiences that shaped you. Just as I spoke destinies over Jeremiah and shaped destinies for countless prophets, so I have prepared a path that merges your gifts, your heart, and my kingdom's needs. Keep your spiritual ears open, for my spirit often nudges you with glimpses of your purpose, inviting you to step forward in confidence. You are never alone. I am holding you in my grace. Dream boldly, guided by the conviction that I stand behind your righteous aspirations, turning them into living realities that bless you and others. Where others see obstacles, I see opportunities for me to manifest my glory. Remind your heart that with me, all things are possible, even those that outstretch the limits of natural reasoning. Think of how I led Noah to build an ark on a sunny day, or how I called Abraham to father nations, though he was advanced in age. My ways are not restricted by logic. Yield your dreams to my sovereignty. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Cling to hope even when everything around you suggests otherwise, for hope anchored in me will never fail. The letter to the Hebrews calls hope the anchor for the soul, steadying you when storms toss your emotions. Cultivate this anchor by meditating on my promises, refusing to let despair's waves overshadow your faith. In the throes of adversity, hope remains a lifeline that connects you to my unwavering presence, reminding you that the darkness will not endure forever. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Learn from your stumbling, for in your weaknesses, my strength can shine brightest. My grace is made perfect when you accept that your own might has limits and surrender to my all-sufficient power. Recall how my son chose fishermen and ordinary people to be his disciples, confounding the wisdom of the proud. Embrace your vulnerabilities. They become channels for my glory to flow through your life without the taint of self-importance. Rejoice that my mercy covers each shortfall, and my grace elevates you beyond human constraints. I watch over you in every breath. Stand in the victory. My son has already won for you, for he declared, "It is finished," paying the price for every bondage that seeks to entangle your soul. You need not fight for acceptance, healing, or deliverance as if they were out of reach. They are your inheritance in my kingdom. Embrace your identity as a co-heir with Christ, letting that realization dismantle each chain that tries to cling. The cross shattered the power of fear and death, signaling that no weapon formed against you can ultimately prevail. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Now, as you prepare to advance in the unique journey I have crafted for you, remember my love is eternal, unwavering like the mountains that outlast storms. No matter where you go, I will find you and hold your hand, just as I have guided countless hearts before you. I bless you and your household. Take courage as you move ahead. Look forward, for the best is yet to come. I have prepared a place for you on the next stretch of your journey, brimming with blessings and steeped in my unyielding grace. Walk with confidence, child, for I orchestrate every detail, weaving all things together for your good. Indeed, your future is secured by my promise, and your steps are directed by my faithful leading. You are not alone. I am always with you, enfolding you in my infinite love, urging you to rise each day with renewed faith and a readiness to see miracles unfold. I see the dreams stirring in your soul, and I want to remind you that I planted them there long before you were aware of my presence. You are not an accident. You were formed with a holy purpose. Even when you doubt your ability, I see the potential that I have placed deep within you. Think of how I spoke to Jeremiah, saying, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." That same intimate knowledge applies to you. Do not underestimate the value of your life or the unique mission I have ordained for you. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. Sometimes, you feel a tug in your heart, as though there is more to your existence than the daily routines you go through. That tug is my spirit awakening you to the higher calling that surpasses every earthly title. I gave you distinct gifts, talents meant to shine like a lamp on a stand, illuminating the paths of those around you. Do not bury what I have entrusted to you, for each treasure I bestow has a kingdom purpose. Yes, there are uncertainties, but my grace covers every step you take in faith. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I see the hidden battles you fight, those silent fears and anxieties that threaten to overshadow the bright destiny I have set before you. Yet I want you to know that I am your healer, ready to mend every crack in your armor. When your knees tremble, my strength becomes your firm foundation. Recall the words of the Psalms, "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." Trust that my power is made perfect in your moments of weakness. You might feel small, but my spirit in you is immense. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. There are days when the weight of expectations feels too heavy, and you question if you can fulfill the tasks set before you. In these moments, remember that I do not send you without my provision. Just as I fed Elijah in the wilderness and parted the Red Sea for my people, I will open doors for you that no one can shut. I know the paths you will tread, and I have gone ahead to prepare them. My promise is not to remove every storm, but to anchor you firmly through them. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Sometimes, you try to compare yourself to others, measuring what they have accomplished against what you have not. Let me remind you, I created you with a specific plan in mind, one that only you can fulfill. Comparison blinds you to the wonder I placed within you. Look at the variety in my creation. Every bird, flower, and star holds a unique shape and purpose. So it is with your spirit. Embrace who I made you to be, for your calling is unlike anyone else's. I watch over you in every breath you take. I see every unuttered prayer, each longing of your heart that you hesitate to speak. Do you know that I cherish the raw honesty within you? I am not put off by your worries. I invite you to bring them to me openly. even when you lack the words. My spirit intercedes with groanings beyond human comprehension. Think of how I heard the cries of my people in Exodus. I still hear you now. You never pray into empty air. I hear, I respond, I care. Remain steadfast, for I hold you in the palm of my hand. You may think you are too flawed to step into what I have designed for you. Yet my Son came not for the righteous, but for those who know they need redemption. I do not turn away from imperfection. I transform it. Every scar can become a testimony of my healing power. Every mistake can become a lesson that refines your character. Consider Paul, who once persecuted believers but became a mighty vessel for my word. I delight in using the least likely candidates to show that my grace is sufficient. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. When you look in the mirror and feel overwhelmed by limitations, remember that I am the God of limitless creativity. When I called Moses, he protested his lack of eloquence, but I used him mightily. When I chose David, he was a shepherd boy overlooked by many, yet I saw a king in him. In the same way, I see beyond your perceived boundaries and into the blueprint of greatness I planted in your spirit. Trust me to equip you for the impossible, for nothing is impossible with me. You have my favor. Trust in my plan. I understand that the journey ahead often appears unclear, and you wish for a crystal-clear roadmap. But if all were certain, you would not learn to rely on me. Faith is not a step into darkness. It is a step into my illumination. Recall how I guided Abraham to a land he did not know. I am still the same God, leading you to places beyond your imagination. The unknown may feel scary, but my presence casts out fear. With each act of obedience, your vision grows sharper, and your confidence in my guidance deepens. I shelter you beneath my wings. Trust in my promise. You may wonder why trials come if I have ordained a divine purpose for you. Trials are not meant to destroy you, but to strengthen your spirit, polishing you like a precious gem. When gold is purified, it passes through intense heat, and through your struggles, your faith emerges refined. Think of how Joseph endured betrayal, only to rise as a leader who saved many from famine. The adversity you face can become the platform for the miraculous. Do not fear the fire. I stand beside you, ensuring you will not be consumed. I fill your spirit with courage. Do not be afraid. At times, you may feel bored or restless, like you are waiting for something grand to happen. But remember, every day is a canvas for me to paint my glory. Your seemingly mundane actions carry eternal significance when they are done in obedience to me. Whether you are washing dishes or caring for a loved one, you reflect my kindness and compassion. Your daily acts of love are seeds that bear fruit in my perfect timing. No gesture is too small for my notice. When you serve in love, you fulfill part of the assignment I have entrusted to you. Rest in my peace, and you will see new wonders. I see how you sometimes wrestle with loneliness, feeling as though no one fully comprehends what you carry within. Take comfort in knowing I understand you completely. As the psalmist wrote, I am acquainted with all your ways, and even the darkness cannot hide from me. When you feel isolated, look inward and sense my presence that never leaves. I am closer than your breath, whispering words of affirmation into your spirit. In my fellowship, you discover a companionship that surpasses human limitations. You are never alone. I am with you forever. Your burdens need not be shouldered alone, for I have invited you to cast your cares upon me. Sometimes, you clutch your worries with such tenacity that you forget my arms are ready to lift them. In the Gospel of John, I am the good shepherd who lays down his life for the sheep. As that shepherd, I yearn to free you from anxiety and restlessness. Surrender is not weakness. It is the gateway to power. The moment you release control, you invite me to work miracles in your life. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I am aware that the opinions and judgments of others can weigh heavily on your mind. Yet, let me remind you that no human can define your identity. I am your creator, the one who calls you by name and seals you with my love, like a potter shaping clay. I am continually molding you into a vessel of honor. When critics arise, lift your gaze to me. Let my word be your measure, for I do not judge by outward appearance but by the heart. You are wonderfully made, and I take pride in every part of you. I watch over you in every breath you take. Sometimes, you drift away, thinking my voice has grown silent. My voice has not faded. I am always speaking to your heart. Often, the noise of the world drowns out my whispers of encouragement and guidance. So find time to be still, to quiet the inner turmoil and external distractions. Listen for me in the gentle breeze, in the subtle nudge that guides your decisions. Think of Elijah, who heard me not in the wind, earthquake, or fire, but in a still, small voice. I long to reveal deeper truths to you. Remain steadfast, for I hold you in the palm of my hand. You may see the tasks before you and think, how can I accomplish such a thing? Yet, recall how I used 5 loaves and 2 fish to feed thousands. I do not require grand resources. I only ask for a willing heart. When you offer me your best, no matter how small it seems, I multiply it beyond your wildest imagination. Have faith that my ability to increase is limitless. Your part is to step out in obedience, trusting that I will supply every need. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I notice how the stormy seas of life sometimes threaten to overwhelm you. Yet, I am the one who spoke to the winds and the waves, commanding them to be still. That power resides in me, and I extend it towards you in your anxious moments. When turmoil rises, let your heart find refuge in my unwavering presence. Just as I led my people through the Red Sea, I will create a path of safety for you. Even if the waters roar, you are under the covering of my mighty arm. You have my favor, trust in my plan. The illusions of success, fame, and worldly achievement can be so alluring that they distract you from the deeper call on your life. Do not be swayed by illusions that fade like vapor. I invite you instead to build your life upon my eternal foundation. As Jesus taught, the wise person builds upon the rock, not the shifting sands. When your priorities align with my kingdom, everything else finds its proper place. Seek first my righteousness, and watch how every other need is taken care of. I shelter you beneath my wings. Trust in my promise. Your heart aches for love, acceptance, and a sense of belonging. Know that I designed you for relationship, first and foremost with me. All other connections are meant to flow from that central bond. When you anchor yourself in my unfailing love, you will no longer hunger for validation from fleeting sources. The world may disappoint, but my covenant of love is steadfast. As I said in Isaiah, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Let that truth sink in and heal any wounds of rejection. I fill your spirit with courage. Do not be afraid. Never doubt that I can use you to bless others. no matter how unqualified you feel. I specialize in working through those the world overlooks. Think of the shepherds who first heard the news of my son's birth, or the fishermen I called to be my disciples. Their hearts were willing, and that was enough. Do not despise your own story. Your testimony has power to break chains in someone else's life. By sharing what I have done in you, you become a living letter of my grace. Rest in my peace, and you will see new wonders. Sometimes, the busyness of life causes you to forget the sacredness of your journey. You rush from task to task without pausing to breathe in the gift of each moment. I encourage you to slow down and notice my fingerprints in creation, in the laughter of a child, in the comfort of a friend. When you train your eyes to see my blessings, your heart aligns with gratitude, and your spirit opens to deeper revelation. Let each moment be an invitation to encounter my presence. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I see the burdens you carry for your loved ones, the intercessions you lift for their healing, provision, and peace. Do not underestimate the power of standing in the gap for others. Abraham pleaded for Sodom, Moses prayed for Israel, and I heard them. Your heartfelt prayers are like incense before me, and they move my heart to act. Keep believing for breakthroughs, for I delight in answering the cries of my faithful ones. When you stand in faith, your prayers unleash blessings that ripple far beyond what you see. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Every so often, you might question your place in the world, wondering if your contributions truly matter. Let me assure you, even the smallest act done in my name radiates eternal significance. You might offer a kind word, a gentle smile, or a listening ear to someone in despair, and that simple gesture can alter the course of their life. Remember the widow's mite. It was tiny in monetary value but immense in faith. So it is with your offerings of love. In my kingdom, faithfulness outweighs grand appearances. I watch over you in every breath you take. Life can feel chaotic, and you yearn for peace amidst the noise. I give you a peace that surpasses human logic, the kind that roots itself in your soul even when storms rage outside. Let my peace guard your heart and mind, sealing them with assurance that I remain sovereign. When the disciples feared the raging sea, my son simply spoke, "Peace, be still." That same authority dwells in my word today. Cling to my promises, for they are a solid anchor in every tempest you face. Remain steadfast, for I hold you in the palm of my hand. You may carry regrets for past decisions, replaying them in your mind as though they define your future. But I am the God who turns ashes into beauty. Think of how I transformed Saul into Paul, changing a persecutor into a herald of my gospel. Nothing you have done is too strong for my redemption. Lay those regrets before me, and let my grace restore what seems broken. I shape your failures into stepping stones for growth. When you release your shame, you make room in your heart for my redeeming love. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. Consider how a potter molds clay, gently pressing and reshaping until the vessel reflects the potter's intention. I am that potter, and you are the clay, meant to be fashioned for honor. Sometimes the shaping process is uncomfortable, but trust that I work all things for good to those who love me. Even the lumps in the clay can become marks of unique beauty once refined by my touch. Let me transform your willingness into a marvelous work that draws others closer to my heart. You have my favor, trust in my plan. I invite you to taste the sweetness of my word. for it is a lamp unto your feet and a light for your path. Do not settle for scraps of encouragement when I offer you a feast of revelation. In my scriptures, you find stories of deliverance, miracles, and unwavering love testimonies that confirm my nature. By meditating on my promises, you equip your spirit to face every season of life. Let your heart feed on my truth, and watch how your perspective shifts toward hope and expectation. I shelter you beneath my wings. Trust in my promise. When you feel restless, longing for a greater purpose, remember that I orchestrated your life's timing with precision. I placed you here in this generation for a reason. Your gifts, your passions, your experiences all blend into a tapestry I can use for my glory. Think of Esther, who was positioned for such a time as this. Even if you feel inadequate, realize that my power shines brightly through humble vessels. Remain open, remain willing, and watch how I unfold my plan in ways you never anticipated. I fill your spirit with courage. Do not be afraid. People often fear that stepping into their calling means leaving their comfort zone behind. It does. But do not interpret that as abandonment or punishment. Growth requires movement, and I stir you from complacency into a territory where faith matures. Like Peter who stepped out of the boat, fix your eyes on me, and you will walk over waves that once terrified you. Yes, the unknown can be intimidating, but my presence transforms it into sacred ground where miracles happen. Rest in my peace, and you will see new wonders. I have set before you a path that leads to fullness of life, but I will never force you to walk it. I respect your free will, even when you hesitate or detour. Yet my invitation remains constant. Come, follow me. Each choice you make to align with my voice draws you closer to the purpose for which you were born. Remember, I do not delight in your struggles. I delight in guiding you toward joy. Your life is a gift to be unwrapped step by step, uncovering layers of blessing as you move forward. You are never alone. I am with you forever. Think about how I used a young shepherd boy's sling to topple a giant, or how I employed the staff of Moses to part seas. I specialize in using the ordinary for extraordinary feats. So never belittle the tools I have placed in your hands, your words, your kindness, your unique perspective. When surrendered to me, these simple assets become instruments of power that can shift atmospheres. Do not hold back. Step forth in faith and watch how I magnify your offering. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. You are more resilient than you realize because my spirit dwells within you. The challenges you encounter can serve as catalysts for deeper trust. Like an eagle that soars above the storm, I empower you to rise higher than the turbulence. Your trials can become testimonies of how my grace sustains you. Think about Daniel in the lion's den. He emerged unscathed because I was with him. That same protective presence enfolds you now. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to see my hand at work. I watch over you in every breath you take. Close your eyes and sense my peace wrapping around your fears, my comfort breathing life into your hopes. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. So I already dwell in your future. When tomorrow looks uncertain, rest in the assurance that I have walked that road ahead of you. My presence dissolves anxiety, replacing it with a steady confidence that you are cared for. Embrace the unknown as a stage for my miracles. Even if you falter, I remain unshaken, and I uphold you with my right hand. Remain steadfast, for I hold you in the palm of my hand. Yes, The journey can be lengthy and arduous, but remember that I never asked you to run it alone. The Christian life is a marathon, not a sprint, and I provide spiritual refreshment along the way. Fellowship with others, soak in my word, and let my spirit continually renew your strength. Do not be discouraged by occasional missteps. My Son has already paved the path of grace. Keep your eyes on the eternal prize. Knowing that I am shaping your character for a glory yet to be revealed, stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. When you feel the stir within your heart, that gentle prompting, it is often my call. I do not always speak through thunder. Sometimes I whisper. Do not dismiss the small signals of my leading a random thought, an unexplained peace, or a door suddenly flung open. I orchestrate timing and circumstances to align with my will. As you grow in sensitivity to my voice, you will discern these cues more clearly. Accept these invitations to draw nearer and watch how your life aligns with my perfect design. You have my favor. Trust in my plan. I take delight in your every desire to honor me, and I celebrate each step you take toward fulfilling the purpose for which you were created. Know that my loving gaze is upon you. Even when you stumble, grace awaits you at every turn, smoothing the path before you and repairing what seems broken. There is a brilliance inside of you that mirrors my glory, and I yearn for that light to shine forth. Let your heart remain pliable, and let your faith remain strong. I shelter you beneath my wings. Trust in my promise.